go back to where we were. So we're grouped. You can either use the mirror merge tool and do it this way, or let's undo that again. You can use, notice it highlights to how many you want. You can do it this way. Now let me just show you something that can happen if this is ungrouped. I'll ungroup it. I'll make sure it's selected by holding down the control key now and adding that one to it. And then let me click on mirror merge, and let's supposing I've slightly overlapped. Do you want to merge the overlapped objects? Well, let me just show you what happens if I say yes to it. Let me zoom in and let me go to artistic view. Can you see what's happened now to some of these satin? Instead of following the curve, the angles of the stitches following the curve, this is what's happened. So when you're using something like this, don't say yes to it. Let's go back again. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see. We'll bring it in. Oh dear dear. Select it all. That's better, June. You see, never panic if something's not quite right. You can always undo it. And there we have our pretty little monogram. But as you can see, everything here, stitch that colour on this one, then that, then back to that, and you don't want to keep changing colours. So let's first of all let's sort that out. So we ungroup each part. Okay, it's all ungrouped now. Now we can ungroup. That should be all okay. Hopefully, yes, we can select on little bits and pieces. That's better. Must have missed one. Now what you want to do now is to take this and move them all so that you've only got the two colours. You can see them all there. There's all the colours there. And if we hit our home page key, let's go back to design view. This should have worked. It's a bit difficult when I'm trying to do it on such a small screen, but it should stitch out all the blue, the pale blue first. Yes, of course you've got jumps, but they're not too bad, and then it does all the darker colours. There we are. Now we can either add some lettering by right clicking here and typing in, I'll just put in my initials. I'll choose a font. I'm going to choose Phoebe Curls. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment because I can do something about that in a second, and I'm going to click apply, and I'm going to click there, and I'm going to change the colour. I'm going to add a thread colour. This is what you do if you want to add a thread colour, and you say apply, and now you've got one you can choose, and you can either pick it from your colours and say assign, Oops. You know what I did wrong. I said cancel instead of saying OK to it. Right, so now we've got a different colour there to work on. And now I can hold down my shift key, that's the one with a big arrow on it, and I can pull it out to the size I want. And I'm going to right click it, I'm going to go to General, and here you see the position of it, the X and the Y. I'm going to say 0, 0, 0, sorry about that horrible noise, and say OK. Now what that's done is it's actually put it in the centre of the design, because this is no longer in the centre. So I'm going to go back to that view, and I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to go to General, and I'm going to say 0, 0. There's so many ways you can do this, and what I've done now is I've actually centered everything. And now if I want to, I can change that back to another colour. So let's now just choose some real thread colours from our, this is Icicled, which is what was used in there. But let's supposing that you have Madeira, which is what I have. I can say match. And they're saying that that's very pale blue. So I'm going to go assign. And I'm going to say match. And they're saying it's aqua, so I'm going to say assign. And then maybe I just want something really pale. Maybe I'll have Snow White. I'm not sure if this is going to, oops, assign, apply it. Now let's have a look. That's what it looks like. If you click apply, you can move this design properties out of the way, and then you can see any changes. Let me just show you again. That says it's a very pale pink, so if I say assign and apply, you didn't see much change there, I know. Let's have a look at some of the others. I'm going to choose a cream, okay, and I'm going to assign it and click apply, and you can see that it's changed. So you can see you can make some very pretty designs. Now the other thing you can do